Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Yes, 2 shaves, well this will be 3 shaves. I'm going to do a head shave first and I'm going to do a face shave. I'm going to use a soap I haven't used in quite some time. It's no longer available and it's a fantastic soap. I love the scent of it as well, it's quite unique. But first off, we'll start off with a brush. The brush is, once again, I'm just going to use this. I'll use it for the next little while and just see how it goes over a course of time. I do find badger brushes don't tend to change the characteristics too much. They're not like a boar where you can split the ends of the hairs and things quite easily and make them softer and stuff, but it is a very, very nice knob. 22 mils, it's not a super dense knob, but it does a fantastic job. So I've had that soaking. Now the soap of choice for today, you probably know from the name of the video, is Coloniali Mango Shaving Soap, or Mango Shaving Cream. Now this is nowhere near a cream, it is as hard as the bowl that the soap comes in. It is a soap, it's not a cream. And the mango sort of threw me a little bit. I've just read the box, I should have read the box initially, but I was expecting a mango scented soap, but it's actually got mango oil in it. The scent of it is a very smoky, sort of burnt wood, sweet. I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of this Maison Marginala Replica by the fireside, by the fireplace. Yeah, by the fireplace. I love this stuff. Great for the winter. It's a very smoky, almost like being around a campfire and around the fire at home. That sort of. This is what this soap reminds me of. Not quite as complex as the Replica scent, but it's got that sort of characteristic. Now it comes in a little terracotta pot, which didn't make it all the way over here without getting smashed up. And this was actually, you can see I've had to glue parts of this back together again. This was sent over to me by Brendan Walkley over in the eastern states of Australia, and yeah, very hard to come by. He just so happened to be around and had one spare that he could send over, and I was very, very glad that he did. I think I sent him some razor blades for it. I can't remember what blades, but I sent him some blades over. So I've got the soap soaking, so I'm just going to pour out the water and chuck it on my head. So like I say, it's not as complex as by the fireplace. Now I'm just going to try and get this out. I've got some more water in here. Let's get that on as well. So the soap itself is in there, and it is hard. It's a very hard soap. But I really enjoy the scent. The packaging is great. You know, the terracotta pot, even the box. It's really nice. Let's see how it goes with this brush. Now the great thing with this brush is it's only got a 22mm knob. It is a frank shaving. If you haven't seen it, I've done an unboxing and a review of this, or sort of impressions of it. It doesn't have super gel tips, but it definitely has slightly gel tips. It's been treated to some degree to make the tips sort of damaged and thinner so that they gel together. And it does still has a nice bit of scrub to it, but it's got absolutely no scritchy scratch, and that for me is massive. I've got no tolerance for scritchy scratchy brushes. They just irritate my skin and it's not a pleasurable experience. Right, I'm going to go with that. I think that should be enough. I don't know what you think. So the soap, I'm just going to set the soap to the skin. I'm going to use it again for my face shave, so here we go. So head shave first, and then we'll cut this video, and then we'll do a face shave. So life's starting to settle down a little bit post-COVID. COVID over here hasn't been too bad in terms of deaths and people actually getting the virus, but I do have a good friend, Will Huntrod, who is unfortunately a dirty Leeds supporter. Has spent the last sort of 4 or 5 weeks in intensive care on a ventilator in an induced coma. He's been on a dialysis machine as well. He has been one very sick man from COVID, and he has recently just woken up for the second time. The first time didn't go as well as we hoped it would, but for the second time, and it looks like hopefully they'll be on the mend now. This family have been distraught. You know, it really gives you, when you've got someone close to you that you know, well, he's not as close as a lot of the other guys that I work with, but he's just devastating. I remember this soap being quite a good lather, and it is struggling today. I don't know if it's the brush or what. I don't know whether I'm adding too much water or whether I didn't have enough soap in the brush. I mean, it looks still pretty good. It's just not got much volume. Yeah, I do remember it. This actually looks to me like it's dissipating. This is an old soap. I can't remember when this was made. I think it was made something like 2017 or 2016. So maybe it's just, you can see that is just disappearing. I don't know whether just to go back to the soap again. Let me just see if I can get a little bit more into the brush. I've used this soap a few times off camera. I've used it before on camera, and I've always had a pretty good lather with it. You know, it's never made like a substandard lather like this. You can see that's definitely dissipating. You can see my Kojak head through it. Yeah, that certainly thickened it up a bit. That looks heaps better. I'm just going to go with that. I might just dip the tips and just paint some water in. Just to get hopefully a little bit of slickness into the. You can see the lather's lovely. It's not a dreadful lather. It's just needed a little bit more in the knot, I think. Thankfully I didn't use my Iridium knot today because that would have taken a long time to load up. Right, the razor for today. I'm going to use the Leaf for the head shave. I'll be using the Carve with a B plate for my face shave, but this is the Leaf. Fantastic razor. The design of it looks beautiful. It's a really nice looking razor, I think, for a sort of modern type vintage cartridge style razor. But the thing I like about this is you can put half DE blades in it, you can put as many as you want. There's three slots for blades, one in the bottom, one in the middle, one in the top. You can make it a triple, double or a single blade cartridge or single blade cartridge style razor. But one of the major issues with it is the handle. It's not the grippiest of handles. If it gets soap on there, you really need to wipe it off. With it's just water in your hands, just actual water, it's fine. But yeah, I've got two brand new Polsilver, or two halves of a brand new Polsilver blade in here. I've not used the Polsilver for a while now. Let's just see how it goes. I'm just going to go straight against the grain because I've got 2 days growth, and this should just melt through it, I think. And it has. That first stroke felt beautiful. Now you do need to use a reasonably light touch with the Leaf razor. If you push too hard, it's not like a normal cartridge razor. You don't have all those little strips of slick aloe vera and all this glycerin gels and things, all these special things they put in the pads on the cartridge razors. All you've got is bare steel. There's nothing else, metal and steel. I don't know, I think this is like a Zamac coated metal, but that's all you've got against your skin, so it is definitely a razor that does a fantastic job once you get used to using it, you know. So I've actually got a little bit of blood there. I'll probably have a few on the back. Oh, it looks alright so far. And that, I'm nearly done already. There's a few little bits floating about here and there, but let's just put a bit of water on. Oh yeah, beautiful. I mean, there's loads of slickness with that soap. It's not like your Ariana and Evans and Barrister and Mann type slickness, you know. It's good. It's definitely good enough to enjoy a comfortable shave. So I'll just chuck a bit of lather everywhere and just go over once again, and that'll be me done. Definitely struggled with the lather, but that's enough to shave. So here we go, let's finish this off. All I'm trying to do really now is just pick up all the little bits that I missed in the first pass, which to be fair isn't too much. I'm done and dusted. Beautiful. I wasn't expecting such a quick shave there. Now I've got a couple of little weepers there, one there, one there, one there as well. I am expecting a little bit of blood. More because of the blades, because I know the Polsilvers are a little bit sharper. I've been using Derby blades mainly. In the leaf razor I think the Derby blade just works lovely. It's almost like it's a little bit shorter, it's not as wide, so the blade generally sits a little bit shallower. So there we have it, head shave done. Very nice, you know, the soap works reasonably well. I'll try and get a better lather on my face shave, I'll try. The brush it's a really nice brush to use. I like the longer handles. But yeah, that's a pretty nice BBS head shave. You know, it's been a while. I don't use the leaf quite as much as I should, but really I should use it more. A lot of the time just finding the blades that work, I forget what blades work in it. I know the Derby blades work really nice in it. Never ever, trust me, never use a Kai blade in it because they're just horrendous. They're just a wider blade for whatever reason, and it just chews your head up, or it chewed mine up at least. You might find a different experience. Anyway, the soap was Coloniali Mango Shaving Soap. it's really shaving cream. It's really a soap, like I said before. It does come in a nice little tub. It's solid. It will last quite a long time, I would imagine. Yeah, quite happy with that. I thought there'd be more blood than that. A couple of little bits. There's a little bit on the back, but not too bad. The brush, Frank Shaving, 22mm Silvertip. It's a beautiful brush. You know, I can't really fault it. There's nothing really wrong with it at all. The finish is flawless. Like I said, the only thing was a couple of little, it just doesn't feel quite as smooth as I would like. It feels like there's a couple of little bumps. You can't really see it, to be fair, but the knot works really well. It's a well constructed badger hair knot. The Silvertip that's in there is nice. It has been slightly treated on the tips. It's soft, but it's still got loads of scrub without any scritch or scratch. You can't really go wrong. And the leaf razor always does a good job, really. It's not a great face shaver. It's just a little bit too bulky, you know, for getting under the nose, and it's not the best to manoeuvre, but if you've got a big dome, it's fantastic for shaving the coconut, so I can't really go wrong with it. And yeah, that's me done and dusted. I will be finishing off the full shave. I'm just going to pop a squirt of this on, Witch Hazel Peach. I'm just trying to get rid of a lot of things that I don't tend to use too much. And then I'm going to move on to my moil grooming, which I do really enjoy and I haven't used for a long time. So other than that, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.